This is a mini bowl M5 stove with this taken off so that it basically becomes a M1. Now just 1 cup of water in here, an M1 stove, or an M5-1, actually will boil water pretty easy. So, I think it's pretty cool. So when I'm inside, which makes it definitely different. But it'll run for probably at least 8 minutes without refueling in this mode. Now it does have a little orange glow at the top, which if the flame gets too little then you can refill, but apparently this little bit of felt will run for quite a while in this stove. 8 to 10 minutes. Now the water is at a hard boil right now, as you can see. And the little stove is just putting out a constant small flame. And that flame is all you need, basically, to boil water. At a little flame. That little bitty flame is boiling the water. Looks like it's about to go out. Starting to flicker. So, still keeping the water hot, but you can see how it does. The little burners down toward, looks like maybe it's at the center of the ring, as such, flickering. Don't want to melt my camera here. And if I turn this alcohol bottle up a little and squeeze it ever so slightly, slowly give it a little time, you'll see the flame gets pretty hefty till it sucks the fuel out and it goes back down. So it's not hot enough to boil the alcohol. Sorry for my finger. It doesn't get hot enough to boil the alcohol, which is about 130 degrees according to the stove maker. Tinny says it's pretty good for just, if you don't want to use much alcohol, this is the way to do it. And if you want a bigger flame, you just add this, which I guess, let's see what happens if I try to add some fuel. Actually, started something here. That's pretty neat. That looks cool, I think. The donut is just laying on top of the other wick material. And I don't see a problem with doing it that way. Having this black behind it helps. Well, at this point, I'll put this back on. I'll say that's something you got to be certainly aware of, is this little stove is very small. You can see my finger. It's very small. So it's not stable unless it's on a flat ground. So, or maybe you could slide it back and forth in the dirt to make a spot that's flat. But it's something to consider, because it would affect it being not real stable if you got a pot sitting on it. So it's funny how that wick, if it's just laying on top, it still actually expanded the flames. It's a pretty good sized flame. And it's actually not touching all around. It's just touching the wick. But it's enough to expand the flames out. It absorbs the fuel. It's pretty cool, actually, this carbon felt. That's what this is made of. This whole deal. Carbon felt. You can probably see. It's boiling the water again. I'm going to turn the thing off and blow it out, which is usually easy to do, or just let it burn down. It doesn't matter. And I'm going to make me some of this good looking, this looks pretty good, hot chocolate. Different brand than I was using before. Caramel. It's got chocolate caramel in it. Ooh, baby. So I'm going to give that a try. Got these various stoves out here. And you can see how the flame went back to the center. Once it, whatever was in the outer wick burns out, it puts out considerably less heat. Let's see what happens if I pick it up now. See, this wick actually went out. The other wick's about to go out. Just flickering. It's interesting to watch, and what a wonderful invention. And it, Tenny, I don't know who came up with it first, but I heard of it from Tenny on Mini Bull Design. He started using these wicks for his stove instead of fiberglass wicks. And for whatever reason, it's very interesting to me, but the carbon felt is not affected by the heat and or the flames. So it makes a really good windscreen, lightweight. It's almost weightless feeling. Good windscreen, and protect, the wind doesn't blow through it. Might could blow it, that way. If you wrap it around, it's pretty stable. So far, I hadn't had any problem with it as a windscreen. Probably got a bigger piece here than you need for this stove anyway. Notice the flame is way down, just barely burning. I'm going to blow on it. It's out. It's that easy, very light breath of air. So at this point, I'm going to take this very hot drink, pour it into my little pot here to have a sippy top pour. I think pretty nice set. And have me some hot chocolate. So you guys enjoy your day. Stanley pot, I think, is an awesome pot. M5 stove. #1 in my book. Okay, guys, have a wonderful day.